Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I started trying to low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
At Maconi Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.MaconiSetupShop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. Maconi Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
And hello again, everyone, and welcome back here to PTM Racing TV, where we are live here tonight for Pottlez Racing League action here as they take it down to the fastest short track in the world. Of course, my home state, my hometown, my home place. We are here in Newton, Iowa at the Iowa Speedway. Hi again, everyone. I'm Christian, the Crusader driver, and I'm not alone as tonight. I have been rejoined by a good friend and colleague of mine. This is Mr. Sparky Sparkalicious, Dustin Sloanaker. Sparky, how are we doing tonight, buddy?
Oh, we're ready for some more racing. I guess these directors and all decided to sit, let me come on back up here for another week and give me another shot. So I said, why not? Let's just get back up here and join Crusader for yet another fantastic night of racing.
Well, I would certainly hope so, considering the fact that I deal with you on a constant basis to begin with. So I'd hope they at least give me something to work around here and not have to be alone. And it seems like the fans seem to enjoy us, so I guess it's time. I guess maybe you should be thinking about coming over here a little bit more often.
Oh, yeah, maybe we can come over here a little bit more often now since we're such a likable duo here.
I would hope so. All right, well, before we get to the action here, let's get to the track tech talk for the evening. Of course, the fastest short track in the world, Iowa Speedway, one of the premier events here for these drivers to really work their way around and try to fight their way down. Less than a mile in length, but this track is no joke. There are progressive turns and cornering bankings that will set the men from the men and the women from the boys and the girls while they try to handle the weather conditions as well here. Weather is pretty solid to say the least, but that will not be the case here later as we are ready to hit up to our first race of the night here. 10 drivers locked and loaded with his here, Sparky. Let's chop them down on the pole. It'll be Chantel, the throttle Apollo, number 5 to her outside. It'll be the Jeffrey Oaks in the number 20. Row number 2, Matthew Hoffer in the 84, and his outside it'll be the 72 of Jeffrey Todd Tufts. Row number 3, we're going to see Joe Nettleman in the number 4. His outside is going to be the 15 of Ryan Kling. Number 3, that was Ryan. Row number 4 now, Robert the Rattlesnake Khan in the 21 is outside. The 22, Chad Lancaster. And final star, row number 5, Jesse Baker. And the 79 is outside. The 7 of Cindy, the closer, Taylor. line up ready to go here and set to action pace race here tonight. The fastest the fastest short track in the world. God, how do I keep messing that up? It's my own home track too, and I keep messing up the name of my own track, man. Sparky, what am I doing wrong around here?
Oh, you're just excited that you're at this home track of yours. That's all. It's just
Yes!
all that excitement.
Yes!
Iowa, man. Iowa. Yes.
Okay. Easy there, baby. Easy. Got it. If I'm told you gotta lighten up a little bit, you gotta keep that volume down a little bit too, because remember, our producers are here to fiddle and annoy me all day, so I don't need you blowing up my ears either. So.
I do apologize for that, sir.
Oh, he says that now anyway. All right, here's our drivers lineup for the evening here, folks. Up on the show, we're looking at them as we go. This is how you will see their names in the show, and you'll see them up and around as well. This is each driver's car, each one in their own set of division. A lot of awesome designs out there, old Sparky, and some out there were done up by our good friends over at Pottlez Wrapz, of course, and of course, there's a lot of these guys gals working for that trophy at the end of the season from Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts, and I can see that these folks are ready for some show and action here tonight, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, yeah. These cars look very, very nice under the lights here at Iowa here tonight. Yes, a lot of them done up by Pottlez Wrapz, and I tell you what, Pottlez Wrapz did a wonderful job on vehicles. They are very nice, shiny looking under the lights. Hopefully they'll race just as good as they look.
As we will indeed here, and you see what we're talking about is you saw that little logo in the back. That was what we're seeing here with the GreenTech Energies, number 5 and the 20, Jeffrey Oaks and the 20, the 5 of Chantel, Pottle. They will be all at it here on the restart. We are getting ready for tonight's action here as we set them up. 90 laps to the distance here tonight here, folks, and if you haven't already, like and follow us up here on Facebook, share us around up on this air. If you're also up on YouTube and you're watching it from the replay here, thanks for tuning in. We hope you'll subscribe to catch more action as we got the two-man duo here. I don't get it too often, and I do enjoy it when I can, but Sparky, we're ready to go, and for the love of God, where are my Iowa chops?
They're still working on it. They had to redo them since you're supposed to grill them and not roast them. That's the director's fault. I wish they would tell me sooner about this stuff, but they're still currently getting down there. Hopefully we'll have them up here for you very, very soon.
I'm out. I'm looking for results, not excuses. Thank you very much.
No problem. We'll try to get it fixed next time, buddy.
You better. I had to bring my own Busch Lights just to make sure that us Iowa boys and girls were happy to see us here as we're getting ready to hit them up, down, and around. The pace car coming out of turn 4. We're ready to go racing here, man.
All right, let's get them rolling. Here we go.
Pace them off down out of turn 4 here, waiting for the green. Lights come on, flicker away, bring them on to the track. Let's go racing.
All right, here we go down into turn 1, and Mr. Jeffrey Oaks up on the outside there in the 20 car. Right on the outside of Chantel, the throttle Pottle as they come down the back straightaway side by side still as they go into turn 3.
Oaksy has a little bit of a run there in the middle zone, trying to give a little bit more push in there. As you see the 5 of Chantel trying to corner off on the bottom, looks up a little bit. Contact nearly made there, but they keep it clean. Nicely driven on both ends. Almost could have been disastrous for either or there with these open setup cars. Obviously, it's going to be a little easier for them to kind of twink and tune things as they go, but it's still very hard to really master everything as they go on here as a 3-wide slew falls right behind the pack.
Boy, I tell you what, this battle of the lead is still going on. They are still side by side, 2 by 2 between Oaks and Pottle. This is something amazing here that they can keep this side by side the whole way around the racetrack like this.
Robert the Rattlesnake Khan in that 21 and then 22. There, oh, Chad Lancaster getting a little bit tangled up there into turn 1. The 3-wide slew didn't quite work out for them there. They get tangled in there and caused it to completely spin around. And Jeffrey Oaks right now is trying desperately to get back up there, as you said there, Con, to up with the throttle is here.
Yeah, it looks like finally after a couple of laps there, it looks like Throttle Pottle was able to get the momentum and get by him here. Now he's just kind of just sitting back in the rocking chair as they go into turn 2 here.
You can see too on the score here right now, you can see how hard Oaksy is trying to corner in on those turns. Again, these are progressive turns, so when you're running this track, turning is extremely crucial. It's extremely powerful when it comes to really being successful and then versus defeat. And we all know around here where success comes, defeat also is bound to fall for someone else. And right now, Joker Joe Nuttleman, even though he's up one spot right now, he's got a little bit of company with old Matthew Hoffer following beside him.
Yeah, there's been quite a little bit of a battle here between Jeffrey Todd Tufts here in third spot, Hoffey there in fourth, Nuttleman there in fifth, and Jesse Baker also in that. There's a big old gaggle right here as they're coming down the front straightaway here.
Jesse Baker, the National Guard 79, trying to get the old Chevrolet up a little bit more into the zone, coming right into your living room there, pushing it forward up a little bit. Joker Joe trying to hold them off, can't quite get it there.
This battle still continues. Baker at 79. Now he's going to try the higher line up here, try to see if he can get a run off. Oh, don't go too high. Oh, wow, he almost got that wall. Did a good job of not hitting it, though. He kept his momentum going.
One thing we haven't really talked about here, of course, is the fact that this is open setups. A little bit of a tap there from Joe and the 72 of Todd Tufts is that you can run the bottom and the middle line quite well here. The outside line, well, it's still no man's land for Iowa, but there is run, though, on the bottom and the middle. That's one thing that we need to make very clear. That can be the saving grace or a bad issue for them later on. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely, I mean, you wouldn't think like a track like this would be so multi-group like this. But yeah, we see guys in the middle. We got guys on the bottom. Pottle right now, I'm looking at her. She's right down on the, kind of on the bottom and then swinging up high. Where other folks are kind of just running like right in the middle of the track and getting some grip there. So yeah, definitely a multi-group track here.
Chantel throttle Pottle right now got about a second and a tenth off of Oaksy here. Oaksy trying to get back up there with him, and you got to be wondering if maybe she's burning those tires up quite a bit or might not be helping out the car too much, but it's hard to say really because you know with that GreenTech Energy VA number 5, old Chantel, man, she's tough to beat on any track, but it seems like whenever she goes to Iowa, it seems like there's just something that clicks in her that no one else can, and even myself included. I mean, I'm an Iowa boy. I don't even know how the heck she gets the run she does on this track sometimes.
Sometimes you got those tracks where you get that natural feel. That just seems like this track suits her style. It's just something that, you know, there's certain tracks out there that certain folks really adapt to, and this is one of them for her, it seems like.
I guess maybe I was more of a Knoxville kind of guy when that came to that kind of situation, but what do I know?
I see that Jesse Baker here in the 79 looks like he has moved up into the third position now. Looks like he was able to get around Joker Joe and Tufts now, so he's moved himself up into the middle of the top 5 here, and we'll see if he can try to run down Oaksy here.
He has indeed here right now. Matthew Hoffer currently moving up a little bit closer into position here with Todd Tufts. Todd trying to hold off the 84, but unfortunately that old Camo 84 Black Coffee machine gets a nice run there. The Black Rifle Coffee, I should say, makes the jump around him, and then 72 not able to make the clean pass and take him down with him, and that will set him up for another position back behind the field.
It looks like that the 72's got some right side damage on that car too. That might be affecting that car, why he seems like he's dropped the back a bit. It's like Cindy Taylor, the closer Taylor back there behind him. Looks like she's also got some right side damage on her car as well.
That's one thing we never really talk about too much here is usually when you're on a good run, you got some damage up on the car. Usually on a small track that these cars are used to running on, they don't have to worry about it so much. But here, Iowa Speedway is a little bit bigger than those small tracks that we were talking about, like USA International. There's a little bit of trouble there for Joker Joe Nuttleman in that 4. Gets right into the wall protection out of turn 4, manages to keep it okay, but he took a little noggin and a hit there. That could have been disastrous for him.
Definitely could have been, and now that's going to get all these other cars right up on him. Halford here in the 84 right behind Tufts in the 72. Here comes Cindy Taylor into the picture, and the Rattlesnake Robert Kahn all now battling for this position. This is all for the 4th position here.
It is indeed. The Rattlesnake right now trying to somehow get a little bit of problems out. Looks like a little bit of company, though, a little bit of a hit. What happened down there, Sloanaker?
Oh my goodness, we were going down into turn 1 there, and it looks like Cindy Taylor got into the back end of Halford and Halford there, and Halford got real loose, got sideways, but somehow, by the act of God here, he was able to save that thing. That was a beautiful save that he did.
Take a look back at the PTM Instant Replay here while we figure out what exactly we're talking about here, because we couldn't catch it on our end, but we'll see. Right here, we have it now up and running. This is what Sloanaker was reacting to there on the restart. Here we go with the PTM Instant Replay. And yeah, it looks like Cindy just kind of brought it straight down, was going for it and trying to make a pass there. Actually did tag the 84, but Cindy doing the President's Mind backed off, and that's where we saw Kahn kind of back off too. He got below that yellow line, and that line almost took him for a ride and almost cost him his entire race, but he is okay though, and manages to keep it clear of other areas of problems right now as we're back to the racing here on the field.
that was just amazing. I just saw that car go completely sideways there, and I'm just amazed that he was able to save it. Good job, Pete's driving there by Hoffer. Oh, Nettleman into the wall again on the front straightaway here.
Sydney Dakota Taylor actually moved up into 4th place after that little bump and run there from Hoffer. And obviously, it didn't look intentional by any means. Just looked like hard racing, but you know that definitely going to be a little bit hard on the Hoffer camp right now, especially if you're Jeffrey Oaks, which look at the distance that Chantel Throttle Bottle has right now. This is insane, man. She's got 2.5 seconds on Jeffrey Oaks right now. And we're looking at lap times. Oaks, he is starting to lose a lot more ground than he's gaining on her. She's just, I don't know what the heck it is with her in Iowa Speedway, man, but it seems like even in heat, she just for some reason had this track dialed in and figured out, and I'm still to this day confused on how to even get around her, much less deal with her, especially.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is something else. It's like she's putting on clinic right now. It's like nobody's really gaining on her at all. She's keeping a pretty good pace out here. I mean, she's just got a nice steady line. She's staying down on the bottom, pretty much both corners staying down on the bottom and just kind of just setting her own pace. And everybody else is kind of just struggling to try to keep up.
And speaking of trying to keep up, a little bit of a wall tag there for the 20 of Jeffrey Oaks. Goes right into the wall protection out of turn 4. The right front gets a big fender bender, and unfortunately opened the door up to the 79 of Jesse Baker. And Baker now up into the 2nd spot. He's starting to get a run here in the National Guard 79.
Yes, he is. This is a good run for him right now. He's got that 79 machine right up here, up into the 2nd spot. Having a good run here in that Nation's Guard machine. As now he's in 2nd spot, and Oaks will drop back into 3rd.
He is indeed right now, and currently there's also some drivers in the back still kind of trying to hammer away and trying to deal with whatever they can from the damage earlier. The 21 of Robert Kahn and Joker Joe Nettleman being one of them. Robert, I mean, this is kind of a shock for me, but early on he's not doing the usual kind of thing we're used to seeing out of the old rattlesnake. He's been kind of quiet tonight, although he's starting to make some moves again. He started moving his way back up to the 5th spot.
Take a look at him. He just passed Joker Joe there coming out of turn 4. It looks like he's running quite a different line. He's running up near the wall almost in the corners, which is kind of different from what everybody else is running. He's definitely running that higher line, so that's interesting.
I did say earlier that generally that higher line was not exactly a line you can get any momentum off of, but it seems like he's making a big monkey out of me because he's actually figuring something out up there. But I don't think that it will be able to hold out as long as he thinks it will, because those tires can take a beating up there and they really can hurt you for later on. Taking a look at lap times right now, and currently this is how everything's playing out here because Baker has just got a bit of a run and a half trying to get up there to the bottle, but you just look at the times. I'm looking at it right here, man. Baker is not getting anything. Like, he's getting only he's losing by 2/10. That's how much run that they've got down there. How is the tires holding up? That's what I want to know with the race leader right now.
I wonder that too, and just how she's still pulling away. I mean, I'm looking at the intervals here, and it's just like it's got now almost a 4 to 4 seconds right now back to Baker, about 5 back to Oaks, and she's just running a consistent, solid line.
These drivers.
Really.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
That's one thing around here, folks, we're still getting used to is the fact that we're finally broadcasting duels once again. We're still getting used to trying not to overstep each other.
Yeah, it happens like that once in a while, but it's okay. We're doing pretty good so far tonight.
No, you say that now because, of course, now we're working with each other as we usually are supposed to. Well, I'm board here with Cindy the Closer Taylor right now, and currently we're seeing a little bit of a different line that Cindy's been pushing through. She's been kind of keeping it more towards the middle ground, but you can just see how hard that car is working and how loose it can get off those on those exits. Take a quick listen. You can actually hear the tires right there. You can hear those tires screech into a hole. That means he's running that rubber into the ground, into the asphalt plains of Iowa Speedway right now, and it's taking a beating out there, to put it nicely. It is hammering down though.
Yeah, definitely. When coming to a track like this where you have these long sweeping turns like this. Oh, we got a little bit of almost trouble back there, but no, we're okay. Just a little tap-a-roo back there between Tufts and Lancaster there. And anyway, Yeah, pretty much with these long sweeping turns, it does take a lot of load on these tires. And yeah, you can definitely get them squealing and carrying on like that because there's so much load on these tires.
Head to the PTM Instant Replay here real quick. See what happened here with Todd Tufts and Lancaster that we were hearing just a minute ago there from you, Sparky. And there looks like there was a little bit of contact between those two there.
Yeah, just a little bit of a door tap here and there, nothing too major. It almost looked like it, maybe that Lancaster got a little tight there a little bit, got up into him just a little bit, but just a little racing deal, nothing too bad.
So I think the old phrase around here is if that's short track racing for you there, so.
Yep, absolutely. Even with the little Denny Hamlin left there as well.
We got our friends here in the chat tonight right now. Lee Puttister is Pottlez joined the sync saying, come on, Chantel, go out there. Well, thanks for tuning on in, my friend. And currently, yeah, she is, put it nicely, she is going around here. I'm like, this is pretty, I don't know, how many laps we in right now? We're like 30 some odd laps in and still hasn't left the lead, and the gap is just crazy. That's the gap I didn't think I'd see from these guys and gals, but she's just got these guys beat right now with the way the laps are looking.
Yeah, it looks like we're approaching lap 33 at this point as she crosses the stripe in turn one. Now she has just put a lap down on Ryan Kling in the 15 automobile.
He has indeed. Unfortunately, Ryan Kling passed up by there, so he'll have some work to do here. The Pennzoil number 15 right now currently dealing with the struggles and the issues of that Toyota Camry, but he's not giving up just yet. He's still trying to fight out there, and that definitely deserves some commitments there.
Yeah, absolutely, and there's still plenty of time left. It's only lap 34 here. They got 90 laps here. Anything could happen here. We could get a caution, or something strange could happen, as I'm accustomed to. So never know in this one.
I was about to say, like, you want to go there of all things. Like, well, for those that don't know, like last Sunday night, Dustin Sloanaker, aka my boy right beside me here in the broadcast booth, he somehow found a way to actually win a trucks race, and I still don't have one darn win on asphalt for any of these series or anything that's not racing official. I don't know how he did it, but he did it somehow. So to that, I still shove the beer and salute for you, sir. But I mean, now you need a dirt win, and then you got me beat for sure.
Yeah, that's next on the bucket list is the dirt win for Cal. I still to this time still don't know how I won that race, but sometimes you rather, like I said before, you rather be lucky than good sometimes, and hey, just nature of the beast sometimes. Sometimes it's your day, so I'll take it.
Sometimes you're the dog, and sometimes you're the fire hydrant. That day you were the dog and just taking the old I don't want to say on the screen here, but you guys can guess what I'm probably going to say. So, but anyway, right now, folks, we do have to cut to a quick commercial break here, but don't go anywhere. When we return, we will see more of the action here from Pedal to Metal and see if these super late model cars can build something up and try to take down the throttle. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Well, tonight's race here for the Pedal to Metal Racing League Super Late Models Division has been brought to you in part by Maconi Setup Shop. Only the best and fast setups come from Maconi Setup Shop. Visit up their website at MaconiSetupShop.com to find the right setup for your next race. By Matt Mills Racing Team, the best Xfinity team out there, sponsoring and supporting Pedal to Metal Racing this season. If you want to support Matt Mills Racing Team, visit them up Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and check out their shirts and merchandise there. By Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts. Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts supplying up the trophies for the season champs this season. And if you're looking to get the best hardware gift your next event, visit up www.bobscustomtrophies.com today. And if you're wondering what kind of trophies they got, these are the sweet looking designs they've come up for here on the show, and definitely awesome to say the least. Thank you again to Bob's Custom Trophies. By SimRacingMerch.com, the perfect way to show your passion for sim racing. By Grid Finder. Best way to find a new league, filter your search by race day or geographical region, gaming platform, racing, sim, and car class. Need a broadcaster or a library designer? Search Grid Finder, the home of online racing. I gotta get PTM Racing TV on that sometime. By the ButtKicker, best in performance and feeling on real tracks, the virtual world. The ButtKicker, feel what you've been missing. By FEGPC.net, matching your want with your wallet. FEGPC.net will always work with your needs. Build the best PC at the right price. By Brandon Mick Sim Racing. Be sure to go over his page and support his merchandise and iRacing journey. Thank you again to Brandon Mick for being a proud supporter of Pedal to Metal. by Pottlez Wrapz. If you want your vehicle to match your style on the track, then visit up Pottlez Wrapz for just that. The most affordable designs made at your leisure. And by GreenTech Energy, leading the way in solar company in position. GreenTech Energy, the right choice. And I would say also the pure choice, if you know what I mean around here, especially the way things are going. Apparently, somebody has been putting some kind of work into those GreenTech Energy cars, because currently the 20 of Jeffrey Oaks and Chantel Throttle Pile still up from first and fourth at the moment. Oaksy, though, having to deal with a little bit of work from the old closer, Cindy Taylor. And Sparky right now, currently, the way things are playing out, I'm still trying to figure out how long those tires can last for any of the cars out there, because there are some folks going into pit road now. And what are you seeing down there pit strategy wise?
It looks like everybody's come down and they're basically just going to get their damage fixed with fast repair and go ahead and get themselves four tires. It looks like most of them have. Jeffrey Todd Tufts has already been on pit road, and now a whole slew of them's come down. As Rattlesnake Khan, Halford's on pit road, Joker Joe Nuttleman's on pit road, Lancaster's on pit road, and Ryan Kling also on pit road. So looks like it's time to get your fresh tires here and get back out there.
And apparently Robert Kahn forgot how to put it into a pit lane there. He's having to jump around all over the place just to get it in the right spot. Finally they get it, but I don't think he's going to be too appreciative of that at all, as the yellow flag comes out. Caution is out, so it looks like that was the stage caution. Biggest downside, though, for those drivers that are in pit road, they're going to be stuck there for a while, because pit road will be closed until they get out. That's the rule of thumb around here.
Yeah, not only that, they also, because of them pitting and because now the caution just now came out, they're also going to be at least, it looks like 2 laps down. So that's going to be rough to try to come back. Yeah.
4 spots will be still on the lead lap here. It looks like Jeffrey Oaks, Cindy Taylor, and Jesse Baker. And right now, as you get on screen here, the prize, honestly, of the night, in my opinion, is just Chantel Throttle Pile, man. She is just completely tearing it up. Whatever. I'm not trying to talk too much good, though, because Sparky, there's one thing I was taught around here is if you give anyone the broadcaster curse, they will hunt you down later on, and I do not want to be on the chopping block or have anything chopped off on me tonight. I want to eat my Iowa chops, not lose my chops.
Yeah, we've had that happen before a couple of times, even in the Heat series back then, where we know there'd be the broadcaster's curse. We said, oh, this person's definitely got this in the bag here, and then all of a sudden problems would start, and then we get chewed out later about it and be like, why did you pick me after all? Don't ever pick me again.
I remember that quite obviously when I remember when Robert Kahn was in the broadcast booth. He was talking about how good I was running that night over at the Talladega, I believe, in my Xfinity series. That would have been my first Xfinity win, or my first win in general. And for dumb reason, I saw the cars coming on the outside line. They made the pass, and I did not think to try to actually block or defend. And it cost me dearly that night, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. I fondly remember that. I was in that race as well in the back of the field, and I saw all that happen.
What about to say? What did you remember? The part where I where I crashed myself out, or the part where I took out almost the whole field? Because I seem to be really good at doing that around here.
All I know is when I was coming up through there, all I know is I saw a front car go in the dirt. Dirt got kicked up, and then the whole field just kind of got to blum together, and all I heard was a lot of words that we cannot repeat here on the station here.
Oh yeah, for those at home that are wondering, when we were doing this, we had the Discord up and everything, and I was, let's just say I had a few choice words for how I handled that one. I was not happy that I led pretty much almost, 7/8 of the race, like the final 5 laps to go, and ended up sending it into the dirt, crashed out, and cost the entire race. I think that was the most heartbreaking finish I ever had, but thankfully next week we were over at Phoenix, and I finally, I think that's one track, honestly, I love, even in iRacing, is just, as I love trying to figure out how to not burn my tires in completely, and just making people question how the heck I can keep that car out, or truck so long out there. I don't know what it is about Phoenix, it's just one of my favorites.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Like I said earlier, kind of like how talking about, Pottlez here having a knack for this track. It seems like you like Phoenix there. It's like certain tracks just fit certain drivers in that case.
Certainly is indeed right now, and currently in our chat, Joshua Gillen tunes in saying these open setups, and yes, Joshua, they are. These drivers are running open setups on most of the Super Late Model Division races, and then trucks will always be open setups this season. The biggest thing, though, for some of those fixed setups for the Super Late Model division is that they will be running the iRacing version. So whenever that does come around, they will be running those. Currently, they are pacing around trying to get themselves situated out and waiting for the old pace car to give them their lap back or two. Looks like there also is a bit of trouble down there for Jesse Baker. Looks like he's having some problems in there. I'm not sure what's going on, but he is currently in pit road at the moment, and we're still under our first caution of the night here, Sparky.
Yeah, that's strange because he was on the lead lap. He was up there in one of the top 4 cars, and now he's on pit road and looks like he's actually lost a lap. So I'm not sure exactly what has happened with that 79 car.
Hard to tell. Looks like the race officials are just trying to get everybody situated out and make sure that they are going to get in the right spots in the right location before we get back to racing here.
It looks like they may have taken that car to the garage area. He's no longer on pit road anymore, and he's not out on the racetrack. It is showing him as out. So problems definitely for that 79 car, as he's currently off the racetrack.
So Baker will unfortunately be out of the race here. Chantel, the throttle bottle, still will be the race leader here when we get back to green flag racing here, as drivers are just now getting their chance to get their lap back. Yeah, that's going to set the playing field up quite a ways here currently. The way we're looking at it, Jeffrey Oaks is the only driver that's on the lead lap at the moment. I believe Cindy Taylor's still going to be a lap down, if I'm seeing that right, but they will be.
It looks like she got waved around because it looks like now she's on the lead lap. She's just trying to get caught back up, the way I'm looking at it here.
Looks like you are right there, my friend. So they will give them one more lap to get everything paced back in together and set up. They don't want to try to make anybody run their way up to the front and then all of a sudden have to try and see who can now survive the other. So that's the good news on our end here. There we go. Looks like we're all taken care of here.
Okay, all right. So, yep, we got them all double filed again. Lights are out on top of the pace car. And it's going to be interesting now with just 3 cars on the lead lap to start this out. Does anybody have anything for that number 5? Because Throttle Pottlez definitely got the throttle running tonight. I don't know if anybody's got anything for it.
I don't be saying too much good around here, man. You got to remember, we still have to kind of keep an open mind around here, especially with these open setup things. These cars are crazy as can be, and they can be out of control sometimes, so you never know what's going to happen here.
That's definitely true. Expect the unexpected as we're getting them lined up here. We're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing.
I think they're trying to figure out who's where and who's what. I think that's the problem right now. Currently, the race officials are trying to tell them, like, hang on. We got folks that are in laps down. We got folks that are trying to get back on the lead lap. Like, work with us here, folks. Jesse Baker still looks like he is out in the garage here, so he will not be able to come back out. It unfortunately looks like tonight. Tough break there for him. He's one of those guys, I've said it here on the show before, but he just cannot for the life of him catch a break out there. He always has something go wrong or something ends up pushing him back in the field, and it hurts him more than it helps him, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you hate to see that, especially the way he was running tonight. He was up in second spot there. He really definitely looks like he had a good car running out there. It's just unfortunate that some unfortunate break happens to somebody like that really use a good shot in the arm, a good run like that.
Sure there. Well, nevertheless here we are ready to pace them on down and get things situated out. Big crowd on hand here tonight. Great field on by. Great to have you all on board. And if you guys could like and share us around, because I'm getting word right now actually that if we try to share these streams around on the groups here, it sounds like we actually get demonetized, which I think is a bunch of crud, but well, that's what I was told. So as we get to the green flag restart, Robert Kahn, I don't know if he was back at Chicagoland or not, but he just gunned it right out of the start. I think he's trying to make a big move around early on.
He must be a man on mission at this point. Holy moly, he shot out of there like a cannon.
He definitely did indeed right now. Joker Joe Nuttleman, even though he's a lap down, trying to get back up into position. Although there's one thing I can tell you right now, be careful what you do on that end, because I know one thing. You want to at least give the leaders a chance and run their race around here.
Yeah, right now, Nettleman right now is in the catbird seat. He would get the lucky dog, as they would say, and get the free one lap back around if a caution would come out.
Well, caution did come out. Yeah, caution did come out here. Came around out of turn 1 and 2 there. Unfortunately, looks like problems for Oaksy, Todd Tufts, and Matthew Hofford here. We'll take it to the PTM Instant Replay to find out exactly why that was the case here. Here we go. We'll pull it up right now here. Up on the show. Here's what happened exactly here. Coming down out of turn 4 to the front stretch. And Oaksy looks like he just drove it in a little too hard and ended up tagging Tufts. And, oh, man. Hoffer goes end over end on a rollover and somehow managing to save that one. But about to turn it over again. He put that thing on sideways there. But thankfully all drivers are okay here, so they will pace them back into position here and hopefully keep everybody in play and stabilized here. That was a little bit of a hard run, though, to say the least, for them. So only the second caution of the night here, Sparky, and wasn't exactly a caution I think it was going to be expected, but I mean, when you got fresh tires like that, you definitely want to run hard and try to get something going for yourself. Producers, did we lose Sparky again? Did you brick and break my radio communication over again there, folks? I think that is a yes. Well, while we wait for the drivers to get settled back in, we will we'll take it down to a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. When we return, we'll see more action here from PTM Racing TV for the Pella Mill Racing League Series. Be right back, folks.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker, the future is feeling.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they start their sim racing journey. Well, I started trying to look for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
At Maconi Setup Shop, we offer custom-built setups for any asphalt oval car. Prices starting at just $5. Weekly setups available for all Legends, late models, modifieds, and NASCAR trucks, Xfinity, and Cup cars. Do you need one-on-one driver coaching? We've got you covered. Visit www.maconisetupshop.com and find yourself in Victory Lane. Maconi Setup Shop, handling all your setup needs so you don't have to.
Welcome back to the show here now, folks, as the producers finally figured out a way to actually run a mic or two around here. We got Sparky back with us here. Unfortunately, we lost communication with him, so they are now double filing back up here on the restart as well, so the drivers will set themselves back into position, and the two ladies of the sport, two of the baddest women on the planet right now, Cindy the Closer Taylor and Chantel Throttle Power, are going to fight it out here for this next run around here, and the Mustang GT number 7 versus that Chevrolet of the 5 there. This should be a little bit of a hard run in position zone for both ladies, but it seems like, obviously, we've talked about before, the 5's had a little bit more momentum, but Cindy is no pushover. She was gaining some ground there on the leaders here, so maybe she might have something on this, but I guess only time will tell in this restart because they're still going to have about 30 plus laps to go here.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that they've actually given me a better microphone here, somebody cut my cable off my cord here and decided I wasn't going to talk anymore. So now I went over here and stole one of these battery operated ones from now. We'll see if that'll hold on for these last 30 couple of laps.
Well, I would hope anyway. Around here, usually that doesn't quite work out too well when you got it hooked up like that. You need to get a Bluetooth one, man, sometime or another. Waiting for the green flag to pop back out. The green flag does pop back out. We are back underway here racing, and I don't know if Cindy was trying to get a little bit of a run on that start, but looked like when that green flag went, she was not able to go, and the 5 definitely did. Holy smokes.
Yeah, it's like the parachute went out on the 7 car. She just did not get going at all in that restart. Pottlez just took off.
Cindy, the closer Taylor, falling way back in the field now. She's up there with the guys that are a lap down at the moment, which means Matthew Hoffer in the 84 has camo black rifle coffee machine, and then Chad Lancaster in that 22 Switch CTL 20 machine right now, working his way up to the front. He's got a Ford Mustang. He's got the Ford style version on that one as well, and he's not hanging in there with these guys. But Chad definitely seems like one of those guys that, you know, when he comes on out, he's trying to run his way and trying to run through the field, but he has had admitted before that he does struggle a little bit with some of these series.
Yeah, and it is quite a learning curve with some of these different cars and different series that's going on out here. Still good that he's out here showing his stuff out here. He is currently laps down back in 7th position. You know, you got to keep fighting at it. You keep practicing. You keep doing well. Then, you know, you get yourself up there with the big dogs. Right now, he's just trying to get out there.
Oh, turn 1, we got problems. Big trouble there. Ryan Kling gets tangled in. It looks like Cindy, the closer Taylor, as well, tangled up a bit. Caution does come on out. We're back under caution here, folks. Caution's out. Well, I'm not sure where exactly that started at there, Sparky, but I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's go back to the replay and see what happened here.
Absolutely.
Looked like maybe Cindy was driving in pretty hard. She was getting ready to set the turn up, and then it looked like Kling might have just had nowhere to go, and unfortunately both drivers just kind of got tagged in. Obviously, both drivers are okay, but we're going to have to go on board here with Cindy and see if maybe we can get a better idea on what happened there exactly. But that was a little bit of a hard knock and a little bump there. That's taking some damage up on that front end of hers. All right, PTM replay up in full through, and looked like she was just got off the gas or something went wrong, but she did not get turned in, I think, the way she was wanting to. I think maybe she thought there was folks down below her a little too tight, and that's where everything just kind of went wrong for her, unfortunately.
And just a little bit of contact there with the 15 corner. It's enough just to get him spun around there, and then she kind of just stayed up on the outside and kind of just pushed him all the way the rest around at that point.
At that point, anyway, it causing a bit of a, well, something you call around here. What was that thing you said?
What was that thing I said?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one, you're the magician around here that knows everything. So.
I don't remember what it was. Maybe it'll come back to me in a little bit.
Oh my gosh, folks! I don't know how we deal with him around here. I don't know. Producers, why did we hire him back on again?
And now they're going to take my other mic away from me now.
Well, they already cut the one cord around here. They were playing a little shine down and said cut the cord, but apparently they now need to cut the entire mic and entire headset from you, as long as no mice come around here as well. That's one thing I do not want around here anymore.
Oh yeah, we don't. No mice.
You see what happened? You remember what happened around here with the little mouse that decided to pop up in the stream last night when we were with East Coast there?
I heard that about that story. Quite interesting story, and yeah, definitely.
It's become a meme now for me, unfortunately. It's the stupid mouse. So so for those at home that were wondering, last night, right as we were getting into the race, we had a mouse run across the floorboards here and completely scare the living daylights out of me, and unfortunately we weren't able to catch or track it down, but we did set a lot of traps now. I've actually set about 5 or 7 more traps since that day to make sure it never shows its ugly face, and some rat poisoning around here, of course. But That was literally like the scariest thing ever. Literally just seeing a big fat mouse that was so small and nimble, but yet just ran right in front of my stuff and wasn't expecting any of that.
Yeah, once again, expect the unexpected on any of these races.
That's with motorsports, not the actual mice.
I guess you could say expect the unexpected in the booth too sometimes.
Story of my life. Well,
speaking of stories, we got an interesting story going down here at the racetrack because it is showing that the Rattlesnake Robert Kahn is now leading the race.
Robert Kahn is the leader right now currently. He will be the guy to try to beat here on the restart, but as we look at our pit strategy as well, take in mind about that, folks. That's really going to play a big factor as well here. You can see Kahn did go in the same time that the Throttle did. So did Oaksey and Nettleman. And the way things are playing out right now, Nettleman is in the lead lap position, Oaksey as well. And then obviously we know the Throttle's there as well. But Cindy the Closer Taylor, another driver that is going to have to start from the bouthouse and try to work her way back into the White House after that little tag there she got with Ryan Kling. But, I mean, that will definitely set the field around for a little bit of positioning or so. But, I mean, the little hard runs that the Throttle had earlier, she better know how to get those going quicker as well.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting how this is going to set up now because she's going to restart fourth up on the outside line. This is the furthest she's been back all race. She's been on the point most of the time, so we'll see how she does trying to get through traffic to get back up to the front here.
She does have fresh, clean air in front of her, so does Cindy the Closer Taylor, but Robert Kahn and Jeffrey Oaks, I believe, will be the main guys to see on this run here and on this zone. But does the 21 of Kahn finally have enough position to get that Altel number 21 Camaro into the big shot, into the big light? Excuse me, the Charger, I should say, not the Camaro. Look, unless you guys know me, I'm no manufacturer guy. I really don't know how to call. I don't know how to call these cars the way I see them. I only know when I have them up on our leaderboard here, and unfortunately, I admittedly have had some bad habits of forgetting what's what sometimes. So, come at me for that one. I don't blame you.
Looks like we're getting the 1 to go signal here, and Jeffrey Oaks has decided he's going to bump draft the pace car there.
I don't know what his bright idea was, trying to bump draft the pace car. The pace car always wins around here if you try playing that game.
Definitely, and there's some races I think the pace car should get bonus points because sometimes that pace car leads the most laps, but that never ever happens.
Ain't that the truth around here? As we will whittle them down the back straight away, I think we're ready to get back under racing here. Kahn pushes way up there. I'm not sure if he's just trying to play mind games and try to get everyone to push back a little further here, but if they get on this restart, this will definitely be an interesting case here.
It looks like the yellow's back out. Looks like there might have been, I don't know, some debris still left out on the racetrack or something, but it looks like they are going to go one more time around at least.
I'll be honest with you, folks. This is kind of getting a little harder for drivers that are trying to battle over a lead position or a win, because thing is, elapsing time is going away more and more, and the chances of really getting a successful run in are diminishing. If you go for the long run, the short run now seems to be the main game. And if that's the case, you know, obviously Kahn and Oaksey and Nettleman are going to be your favorites there in this case. So that, honestly, that caution might have set back a few drivers here and might have hurt the leaders from originally here.
Yeah, now that we could pretty much almost got everybody back on the lead lap point. I mean, we got now 8 cars now back on the lead lap, and it was running, so.
But
got more people, more shots here.
We'll see how this one plays out right now. Right now, the best laps. We look on our score here. It looks like Chantel obviously had a fast lap with a 23.98, and the only thing that was close to her was the 24.05 left down by Oaksey. Take that in for example. Well, actually, I should take that back. Jesse Baker actually did have a 23.97 that just barely edged her out, but that wasn't quite enough to get her up to that spot and quite to get into that position, and that's where everything kind of played out. Unfortunately, I think he might have overdrove it and the motor just blew with him, but Ryan Kling there in the 15 pens of oil I think he's just trying to get his lap back, trying to figure out what's going on down there, because he's being told he can get his lap back, and now it looks like he's finally getting the chance to go get it back.
at least one of two. He was 2 laps down, so it looks like he's going to get one of them back. No, maybe not.
I was just saying, I'm not really sure if the race officials are having troubles trying to decipher where everyone's at. I mean, on my end here, I've got everything kind of fine-tuned and everything seen on my end, but having a hard time figuring out where everyone's supposed to be going here, what's going down. But looks like they're going to go for it anyway here, so it looks like they're going to pace them around and fire them back underway here. The green flag will come out. Will they go on the restart? They did. And yellow comes back out. Looks like they didn't even get a thing set up there, man.
Man.
I mean, they didn't realize, though, they're running out of laps, so there's only 19 laps to go. So, I'm not trying to be, a stubborn little noggin knocker out them, but I would say they need to get things figured out, like, now, because this is not looking good on any form here.
Yeah, I wonder if they heard about the Iowa chops, and I'm wondering if they're down there eating the Iowa chops right now instead of paying attention to the race up here.
No, they wouldn't have gotten my chops quick enough. They would have been drinking my Busch Light quicker than they know it around here. That's probably why they're having so much troubles down there.
All right, well, we'll try to stack them up here again.
Yeah, why not? I mean, God, I wish I had a heart monitor right now on Jeffrey Oaks or Robert Kahn, how much that's got to be wearing and tearing on them. They just got to be thinking to themselves, oh man, we got a chance to actually take this one home, and here we go, but what the heck are we going to do?
I tell you what, actually, probably their mindset right now, they want to see this thing keep going under caution at this point, because that's less laps that, like Chantal Pottle and the rest of them, and Cindy Taylor and the rest of the fast ones back there got a chance to get back up here. The more or less laps they have, the better it goes for those guys up front.
That is the truth here, indeed, right now, currently. The way things are playing out, the way things are going, it may end up just being that here, my friend, but yeah, you can never count out these drivers and how they want to play this one in. It looks like Throttle is going to go into pit road, so she looks like she's going to take that final another set of tires and possibly some more fuel in there. Hard to really say, but I mean, strategy is definitely coming into play and is really starting to be a big factor for these guys and gals.
Yeah, sure. That's a good, interesting strategy. Come on down here, and if you still got a sets of tires still left, why not go ahead and put them on and give it a shot here?
The reason why we say it's interesting to kind of do it now, even though you see the drivers kind of pacing around, they haven't got a run off them. The biggest issue is that if they get, the more they keep running out there, they're still burning and wearing and tearing that rubber off. So it doesn't help them, and it will hurt them quite a bit if they're not careful. And that's really the big issue right now. So we have seen here before, though, on the show where Iowa has been kind of a bit of a tricky little booger or two when it comes to running around with the caution laps. But I mean, right now this has been a little bit more disheartening to say if you're a driver to get something going to the end, because this is honestly setting the back further and further, and I know they don't want that.
Trying to figure out what's going on here, because I don't even see pace truck out in front of the field.
There's pace car coming around out of turn 4 now.
Oh, there it is. Okay, wow. Okay, even the pace car driver's asleep.
He's not asleep. He just had a few too many Busch Lights. Us Iowans know too well around here that if you come to Iowa, you need to be drinking Busch, eat some corn, and put some butter on that, and then get your Iowa chops ready to go. Because if you don't, then yeah.
Also, again, now we're going to be down to 16, about 15 to go when we come back around this time.
They'll pace them around down the corner zone. Thanks again to everyone for tuning on in. And if you are wanting to see a little bit more action, a little more high-paced racing here, I've got you covered here tonight here up on PTM Racing TV. We have another race lined up for you. It is with our boys for the Mississippi Dirt Series. They will be heading them down here. Also in the chat, we got a little friend of ours saying, Cameron Wesenberg saying, problems, let me hear it. What was that thing earlier you were having troubles with, Sloanaker?
Oh, yeah, I was having some problems.
Oh, my God, he did it. There you go, Cameron. He did it. I know we a little late to the party to show that off, but he got it in there for you, baby.
That's a good buddy of mine that I run in the heat once in a while. He goes by the gamer tag of Smoke Junior 32 there, so that's good that he can come on board here tonight and watch the show here with us and see what we can put on out here.
Cameron, thanks for tuning on in, buddy. Glad to have you on the show. All right, so now this is looking very, 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 very interesting. The folks that were laps down, other than Ryan Kling, are back on the lead lap. And the throttle is going to have to work from 7th because of her pit stop. And Con and Oaksy right now are on a little bit older tires, obviously. But that could be very interesting, to say the least here, folks. Iowa Speedway is known for a lot of crazy things, but short track racing is definitely one of them. And we know in short track racing, anything can happen. They'll pace them down around out of turn 4. This time, we're finally going green flag racing. Who is taking this one home and who can finish this one out? We're back underway. The green flag flies.
And here we come down into turn 1. Rattlesnake up in front. Jeffrey Oaks right there in the 2nd position. See how this all pans out as they have 14 laps to go here at Iowa.
They do indeed right now. Currently with the field working their way around out of turn 4 here. There's some big moves and big runs coming there from the two ladies, Taylor and Pottle, going at it there. Matthew Hopper into the wall protection, and Todd Tuff's going to follow him right in front of him. Still pretty tight pack though. There's still a lot of runs left. These guys and gals are not done yet. Could be anybody's race if they can get up to the finish here, but Jeffrey Oaks is trying to get up there with Robert Kahn and make a big move here.
Go back here a little bit. I'm watching Cindy Taylor and Pottle. They're 3 wide salute back there for at least that looks like the 5th position back there. They get it all sorted out. Taylor goes up the hill just a little bit. There's Hofford in the 84 and the 72. Tufts all right there. Big gap of cars. Big gap of cars right now, but laps are winding down. Nearly 12 laps to go. 11 this time around here. Looks like the throttle giving a little bit of a push there, the 72. May try not to perform the 3 wide salute. She knows how tough that is to handle around here on Iowa Speedway. But it looks like Hofford decides to go for it anyway. Oh, look at this. Oh, little contact there.
Contact made out of turn 2. They stayed 3 wide there, but they were able to keep it clear. And right now, the boys are trying to work their way through, and they're going to have a little bit of a fight here, but Oaksy has not been able to catch up to Robert Kahn. Kahn right now, the Alltel 21 is starting to run away from the field a little bit. And judging by lap time here, I think he might have a little bit more enough to stay away from him, but does he have enough time though? Because he's got Joker Joe Nudelman and the Throttle Pottle coming right behind him.
It's going to be interesting. We got about 10. We're going to have about 9 to go when they come to the line this time with Kahn in the lead, just by about half a second over Oaks. And boy, Pottle is coming. Pottle is coming.
Joker Joe Nudelman falls behind the waistline here, loses ground. The Throttle is now moved into 3rd. Does she have time though? There's 9 laps remaining.
I think if she keeps running like she's doing, I think she might be able to catch at least both of these guys at least, because she is flying right now.
Lap times right now are showing pretty quick here. Oaksy and her difference there. Well, you can probably guess on the screen. The 10th of a second there from that lap. And Kahn knows she's coming and coming quick. But is there enough time? That's the thing we just mentioned a minute ago. Because remember, even though you get a 10th out of there, that's not helping you much when it comes to the full run. Robert Kahn, he's already been a winner here on the Super Late Models division to begin with, and he's doing a pretty good job right now trying to pull another one off.
Yes, he is. He always seemed to have a knack to find a victory lane a lot, and here he is again. And right now, with 7 laps to go, he's looking pretty stout right now.
We're on board here with Chantel, and you can just see how hard she is powering that thing through. She is not giving an inch to that car. That car is redlining beyond existence. I'm surprised it's not screaming in the motor right now, but you can see she's pushing everything she's got. Oaksy with a bobble there at turn 2. And that may have been the opening she was looking for. We'll have 5 to go with the flagman holding it up here. Don's trying to stay away from the field, trying to stay away from him. You can see the distance that is from between those 3 drivers. It's not for much.
No, it's not. Not at all. Here comes Chantel Pottle now for the second spot underneath Oaks. Great run on the bottom, gets right by him, and she'll take the second spot away.
Oaksy almost cornered off a little bit harder there in the rear. A little bobble there in the wall protection for the throttle. She's doing everything she can, though, to get the con. She knows she's running out of time with only 4 laps to go. What a race this would be if she's able to move from 7th all the way back up to the front and take it away. But right now, Con is up 6 spots in his end as well. He has not been giving an inch to anyone out here tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's been kind of quiet most of the race. Like we said earlier, he's been very quiet. Thought of him during the race, and then it's time to shine. When the lights come on, there he is as we come down to 3 to go.
3 to go right now, and currently the way the laps are looking right now, this is not looking too good if you're at the throttle camp. She has lost ground on Con there this time around, and it doesn't look like she's going to be able to get it back here with those 3 laps to go, starting where she did, and Con getting the lucky break to be out there when he was. It saved him there.
Yeah, you got to wonder with her pushing so much that she may have already burned up her tires at this point, because she is not gaining any time on the rattlesnake.
No, she is not. Chad Lancaster there in the 22 trying to get up there with Joker Joe Nunnelman as well with the laps winding down. We're down to the final 2. The green flag flying high in the air here. Joker Joe Nunnelman doing everything he can to kind of keep away there from Lancaster. Cindy the Closer Taylor had a good run earlier, and I think she wants one more piece of that run. The white flag comes out. She's gaining up on Jeffrey Oaks pretty quickly here.
One more lap to go as Robert Rattlesnake Con comes down the back straightaway for the last time.
And coming down out of turn 3, down into turn 4, catches another break and sneaks his way into victory lane. The old snake gets another one. Con is your winner here at Iowa. And Cindy the Taylor, whoa, Cindy the Closer sends it to the wall, trying to hold it on to get up to 3rd, but managing to still finish there in 4th, but not a bad run there first. Up 6 spots, big one there for her. Top 5 now up on the scoreboard here. Con takes it home. Throttle gets 2nd, 3rd to Oaksy, 4th to Taylor, and then 5th to Nuttleman. And I swear the broadcaster curse got another one here tonight.
Yeah, it seems like that broadcast curse got another one. You're right.
Never gets any ease around here, folks, that's for sure. Con's definitely got to be happy about this one. Been wanting another win in his column for a while and fought hard for this, and he definitely did all he needed to. But I mean, I'll say this right now, though, folks. Those laps, if that cautions were not out, that could have been a big changing there for these drivers, and they know it. But at the end of the day, you know, Con takes away one and wins this one out. So he will be the Iowa SLM winner here tonight. Big victory for the Rattlesnake camp. I knew Kathleen Crawford was here tonight, and everyone watching at home for her, watching at home for him, and all that here. Definitely a deserved win there for the Rattlesnake. But man, that was just a long, hard race.
Looks like he's doing the old Polish victory lap here. We're watching here.
He seems to be good at that, although he forgot there's an invisible wall there when he came into the wall protection. Here's your final results down the screen here, folks. Robert Con takes home the win. 2nd to Chantel Throttle, 3rd to Jeffrey Oaks, 4th to Cindy Taylor, 5th to Joe Nuttleman, 6th to Matthew Hoffert, 7th Chad Lancaster, 8th to Jeffrey Todd Tufts, 9th to Ryan Kling, and then finally Jesse Baker rounding out your field here tonight. So now we'll take it down where we know best and talk with our drivers here from this one, and we'll give them the countdown here, although we are running a little bit behind on time. So we do need to be, they're coming in. We need to get them ready to go here like pronto.
The way our producers and directors are tonight, I don't know. I don't know if I trust them tonight after what they've been doing.
What did I ever trust them to begin with, man? Like, I always got to try to find a way to work around with them and deal with them every time, and they seem like they're always busy or they're never on time when they're supposed to. It drives me insane. So right now, currently just waiting for them to tune on in and stop on by, and have a little word with us here right now. Looks like still nothing on our end here. Oh, looks like the rattlesnake has joined in, so we'll take it down to victory lane where we will talk with our first place finisher here tonight. That being the man himself, Robert the Rattlesnake on. We're heading down now. Let's talk with him, Sparky. All right, he tunes in with us now. The old rattlesnake is in the booth, and Con, congratulations on that race victory, and definitely was not an easy one to say the least here. Somebody pull his strings around here. He's not talking. Robert, you got a copy, bud?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, about time.
There he is.
All right, Colin, once again, man, another trip to Old Victory Lane, and man, you had to really work for that one.
Oh yeah, I was wondering when I'd get a win. I mean, after the championships, I think I had a curse this year. I've had the most horrible luck, it seems like, every week, but got lucky this race, and nice to be back in Victory Lane, and cool to hear Sparks up there broadcasting too. Haven't heard him for a while, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was kind of handling me a little bit. I don't know who was running off who, but it seemed like every now and then he always stepped on my toes and stole my beer when I was not supposed to. So, but that's okay. I mean, I'm used to him doing that.
Nice. Man.
But nevertheless, Robert, another trip to Victory Lane and a win here at Iowa, man. That was quite something. So, what do you want to say to your friends and family out here, brother?
Just appreciate all the sponsors who support the league. My brother, my mom watch it seemed like every week, so appreciate them watching, and it's nice to finally get a win when they're both watching. If they are, I didn't even get a chance to look, but I assume they are. So that's it, though. Appreciate you guys up here. Appreciate Pottlez for running the hell of a league. That's all I got, man.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, congratulations on your race win here tonight, Con. We'll catch you next time out here, buddy.
Yeah, bud, thanks.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn, taking home the win here tonight. We know Chantel Throttle Pottle will not be talking with us here tonight. She is currently down there with the officials, just kind of getting all cleared out and taken care of there. Obviously, she had a little bit of a run there, but unfortunately, I think she might have needed some water or something. She got a little hot, a little heated under the collar, so once she gets cleared out there, she'll be all right. But
Yeah, I think so. That's a tough break because she had really had a fast car all night long, and to come up short like that, probably a little frustrated about it. That's understandable.
If anything, I know how she feels down there. That was how I was in the dirt race that night, and I admittedly, between all of us here, since now the race is over with, I did take a punishment for that, and I definitely deserve that. So yeah, I'll take my penalty for what it is, but I admit I'll still stand by my belief that I was attacked by the glitch graphic gremlins, and I was just so frustrated. I just wanted to try to win that one. So that's just stupidity on my end. I'll be honest there. So.
That happens to the best of us, Sometimes, things just, don't go your way. Sometimes it just happens that way. Just pick up and move on and go to the next one.
That's definitely the case here, and obviously we know some folks, and what we were saying earlier, by the way, folks, that's actually not true. We're just basically, Chantel's not one to talk, so she decided she didn't want to join us tonight, so that's okay. Jeffrey Oaks doesn't seem like he will be either, there, Sparky, so I think we're just going to have to call it a night here, man. We got the viewers are ready for the dirt stuff, so we got to get ready for that here now, man.
All right, well, we'll let the dirt folks get in hand. Might go ahead and take a look at that a little bit later on. But again, always a pleasure up here in the booth tonight. Oh, another good show here tonight.
It was indeed, Sparky. Great to have you back on board here, and great to see you on the show. Congratulations again on your trucks race win there, bud. And hopefully we'll catch more of that as time goes on. But folks, tonight's race, of course, couldn't be done possible without all our good friends around here. From, of course, our friends down at Maconi Setup Shop, at Matt Mills Racing Team, at Bob's Custom Trophies and Gifts, at SimRacingMerch.com, at Gridfinder, at the ButtKicker, at FEGPC.net, at Brandon Minnick Sim Racing, at Pottlez Wrapz, And, of course, at GreenTech Energy. Thank you again to everybody that's helped to support the show and support the racers on here tonight, the drivers. Do appreciate you guys and love the support. And until next time, if you're going to catch the dirt race, thank you. We'll see you here in just a few minutes. If you're calling it out, well, first off, we want to say thank you. Be safe. God bless. Take care. Sparky, thanks for tuning in, buddy. We'll see you next time when the green flag flies around here, folks. Right here on PTM Racing TV.